Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to learn verbs. So you know that we are learning verbs for last two videos and there we learned a lot about verbs. So today here we are going to learn the verbs of incomplete predication. So incomplete predication means what? It is the verb when there is no object or something object is not there or something is needed or something is required to give a proper sense to that particular sense or to that particular verb. So let's understand some of the verbs which are there, which are known as linking verbs too and are mostly used in the sentences where there are no objects. So let's talk about the verbs. So the topic for today is verbs of incomplete predication. Okay, it's Predication. So the verbs, first one is be form, and you know be form in present tense it is, am, are, in past it is was and were. So whenever be form is there, suppose she is. Now she is not actually we have read that if there is subject and the verb in the sentence there is no need of object, like she writes. So here she is what? Subject, and writes is what? Verb, right? So here object is not required. This is she reads is giving us full sentence, but if we'll say she is, now she is what, right? So for that we need a complement to get the sentence the sense complete of that particular sense, right? So is, am, are, was, were, that is also verb. Seem, swm, seem, then appear, look, become, feel, taste, grow, sound, etc. right? Like that boy seems tired, right? So that boy seems tired. If I write down the sentence like that, that boy seems, okay, now this is the verb here and what I have to fill here. So that boy seems, it is what? It is incomplete sentence. But if I'll say he studies, studies, so this is what subject and this is what verb, and there is no need of any complement or object because this sentence is giving the complete sense. But here in this sentence, whatever I have written here on the top, that boy seems, now that boy seems what? Because that boy is subject and seems is what? Verb. But here we require what? Something which can give us the sense. Okay, so if I am saying that boy seems tired, okay, so this tired will work as what? The complement. Okay, so that is known as, this verb is known as verb of incomplete predication. Okay, so this is what we are going to do today in our video. So let's talk about this in detail. So as I have told you, these verbs you have to note it down, that the be form, right, which is, am, are, was, were, seem, appear, look, become, feel, taste, grow and sound, etc. These are also known as linking verbs. Okay, what is this called? Linking verbs, which connect the subject and the other part of the sentence, which from where we can get the complete sense actually, right? Let's talk about some of the sentences here. A horse is four-legged animal. Now if we'll say that when there is main verb missing, so that helping verb or the auxiliary verb that is considered as the main verb. But when we talk about this sentence, a horse, so here a horse is what? A horse is subject and is what? Helping verb, right? Or it is working as the main verb here because it is stating something, it is telling something. A horse is four-legged animal, right? But after that I need this four-legged animal here, right, to complete the sense of the sentence. Second is the beggar turned. Now the beggar turned what? That is not given here. Now the beggar turned out a thief, right? So this is also there. The man has fallen sick. The man has fallen sick. So fallen is what? Verb here, and sick is not object, right? Because we cannot change the passive voice of these sentences. The flower seems to be tired. Okay, now seems here, now to be tired, or seems tired, to be tired, or so to be withered or something like that. So that is what we have to do here. Now the next sentence is saying the flower seems to be withered. Okay, so here what seems is what? Seems is the verb, but after that there is no need of the object every time, as we say, as we discussed many times. So these are the verbs which are telling us that for the complete sense of these sentences, these verbs which we have used here is turned, fallen, seems. These verbs require something that is called the complement of the subject, right, after the verb to get the sense complete. So that is known as verbs of incomplete predication. Now, when the complement comes after an intransitive verb, these are the two main points which you have to remember, and that is also very important topic, that when the complement comes after an intransitive verb, it is called subjective complement. Okay, it is called subjective complement. And why this is called so? Because it relates to the subject. And when the complement comes after a transitive verb, this is very important. Okay, so when the complement comes after a transitive verb in the active voice, it is called objective complement because it relates to the object. Now we will understand these two things, that when it works as the subjective complement and when it works as objective complement, with the help of some examples. But before that, I want you to take the screenshot of this and note down these important points in your notebooks. Okay, and then we will do subjective complement and objective complement with the help of examples. So now, dear students, let's talk about subjective complements and objective complements in detail. I have told you when the complement comes after intransitive verb, it is called subjective complement. You have to take care two things here, that this subjective complement will describe the subject in the sentence, and second important thing is that follows the linking verb, and linking verb we discussed earlier, right? And second one is what? Objective complement, when the complement comes after a transitive verb in the active form, and it is called an objective complement, and it will tell about the direct object always. And what is that direct object? That direct object will be the person or the receiver. So I have told you many times that it is not always, in all the sentences, person will not be the receiver. Okay, things may also can be receivers. So direct objects, when it will tell something about, it will describe the direct object or the person, right? So that will work as objective complement, and this objective complement will also always relate something about the person or the receiver after the verbs. Okay, so let's understand this objective case, objective complement first with the help of examples. He made her happy. Here in this sentence, he made her happy. What is the verb we have to get, and what is the subject? So this is what? This is subject, right? But objective complement will not tell anything about the subject. So made is what? Made is verb here, right? Her happy. What is the direct complement? What is the direct object here? This her is direct object here, right? And this happy word is telling something about her, that she is happy, or he made her happy. So this word is telling about, this object is telling about this complement which we have used here, happy, right? Because if we will do he made her, so that is not the sense, right? So he made her happy. He made her happy. Now her is working as the direct object here because it is a person, it is a receiver. Now who is getting happier? Her, she means, right? So this happy is what? It's a object complement here. Second sentence is the king named his daughter his successor. So the king is subject, no requirement for that to get the objective complement. Named is what? Named is verb. Now his daughter is what? His daughter is direct object here, and what is the function, how it is describing that he made her successor. So this word successor is identifying the objective, the direct object here. That's why it is working as the objective complement in the sentence. And the last sentence is the police caught him stealing. So once again the police is working as noun here. Caught is what? Caught is verb, and stealing, him is what? Him is direct object, and stealing is what? Telling something about him. So that is known as object complement. I hope you got it. Now let's discuss about the subject complements. So subject complements are what? Subject complements we have to do with the help of example. So I just told you that will describe the subject and that will follow a linking verb, right? Now Ragini is a surgeon. This is the example of subjective complement. Ragini is a surgeon. Now for this we have to get a subject. So subject is what? Ragini, and that word Ragini is a what? If we will just keep the sentence up to here, Ragini is, so that will not give a complete sentence. Sense means, now if I am using Ragini is a surgeon, so this surgeon is telling something about whom? Ragini. So this is working as the subjective complement in the sentence. Her mother looks friendly. Now her mother is what? Her mother is subject. Looks is what? That is verb, and friendly. This friendly is telling about something about the subject. So her mother looks friendly. I am exhausted. Now I is what? Subject. Am is verb, and exhausted is telling something about I. Right? So that's why this is working as the subjective complement here. I hope you got these subjective complements, objective complements, and verb of incomplete predication. So just revise this, make notes, and try to solve the exercises given in your book. Thank you very much for today. Stay safe, stay healthy.